Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anne of Reinforcement Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today, we're just going to talk about relationship goals. Look, I'm not a relationship expert. What I'm trying to say right now is that relationships, romantic, even friendship kind of relationship, is an opportunity for us to learn more about ourselves. Now, let me explain. There are things to consider when you are in a relationship with a person, in terms of health, wealth, your personal growth, spiritual growth, and sometimes the other person is growing and you're not. The other person is growing financial wise while you're growing personally. You're not into finances, but you grow personally. Sometimes, you refuse to grow, but the other person is just still looking up to brighter future, chasing his dreams. Now, being in that kind of relationship, like teammates, one thing that I've learned is that, you know, I also have flaws. I'm not a perfect person, and I do need support. While the other person is really good, strong in this area of personal development, you know, having loads of patience and compassion in himself, for me, it's actually, I'm still striving, in the aspect of personal growth, while the person is, supporting me. While on the other way around, I am working on my health and finances, and then the other person is, could be still working on it, and I am the one supporting him. So, having that kind of relationship is actually, it's like, where when you are in that situation, both parties, me and my partner, we help each other to become much patience. We help each other to learn more about patience and compassion. In a way that we support each other. We do our best to empathize. Although there could be some misunderstanding, but we support each other as a team. I have my flaws and the other party has flaws too. So, but it doesn't mean that although we're growing differently in some aspects in our life, it doesn't mean that it's the end of it. It doesn't mean that we don't work as one. It doesn't mean that we're growing apart. Even that we're growing apart, we have to break up. No, it's not. The main thing is that it's important to know, and it's really a good realization in my part to really to give support to my partner, because we're a team. And on the other way around, he support me in my weakness, which is fair enough, and I do love it. And even though we're working on the different aspects in our lives, it's we also learn to value boundaries, to set our own boundaries. What we value. We value time alone. We value respect. And if, in terms of respect, if it's quite shaky, we go through difficult conversations. And it's like a learning curve forever. If you are in a relationship, we learn about each other, and in the most part, I've discovered that you learn more about yourself. And yourself is the only thing that you can control, you can change, you can manage, you can go into unstoppable. It's just yourself. And you know, it's also important to stick with your values as well as your needs. And if that's quite shaky in some point, it's also important to bring it up to the conversation with your partner. So it's like a journey which is romantic, challenging, and, well, I would say that relationships, especially romantic relationship, most especially, we if you are in marriage, it's a journey of personal growth in both parties. How much more when you have kids? It's a juggle of responsibilities that you have to, help each other in the most part. And if you think that the other person isn't growing, sometimes there are some, I would understand that, and I've learned that by understanding myself, that there is some point in my life wherein I don't want to improve. I just want to chill and I don't even know what to do with my life. I have learned to understand the other person, my partner, by understanding myself. So sometimes it could be me though. I feel bad, I'm grieving, I feel burnout and I don't want to get serious anymore. And sometimes the other party, the other person, the other partner is, your partner could be depressed. It doesn't mean that they don't want to improve. They just need support at the moment. And understanding yourself helps you understand the other person. But it's a different story though if a partner is chronically unwilling to reflect, take responsibility, and be accountable about their actions chronically. So it's not kind of a stagnation anymore, but sometimes there is what we call avoidance. That they despise their own selves. They refuse to change chronically, and it's gonna be hard to really decide to stay or let go. And at the end of the day, you're still gonna face it, and you have to ask yourself if you're gonna be happy along the way. If you really be happy now, are you really happy now? And I would say that mutual growth is a big deal. Because, you see the difference when you're starting out dating and then you go through several changes together, facing different challenges with each other, hand in hand together. And there might be some times that you don't, for example, I don't want to improve. I would just want to be a chill. I just don't want to go out of the house. And the other, the partner, like for example, my partner just want to chase his dream. So we, as a team, he's also supporting me with that, to really, just support each other in different aspects of life, in health, in wealth, and in terms of personal, something about your character, about, spirituality. And long-term thriving relationship requires same level of mutual evolution, which doesn't happen at the same time sometimes, especially when you have a different mindset. And if there's only one person who is changing, and to the point that the partner has been left behind, it's important to look back, to just keep supporting the partner, to, if you think, if the relationship is still worth keeping for you. Otherwise, you're gonna be like resenting the other person. But it's not about the other person. It's about you, what you value most, and can you able to stomach the situation, and this kind of relationship that you have. So, in other words, relationship, especially the romantic relationships, is it's important to be self-aware, because whatever will be your dealing to your partner, it reflects you, your values, your character, your trauma, childhood trauma. You got to deal with that. I would say that a relationship, I'm talking about going long term, is an opportunity to get to know yourself more. It's an opportunity for growth. And even though you think the other person isn't growing, but it could be growing in some other parts, other areas in his life, it doesn't mean that, it's done. The relationship ends. It's just that your relationship with your partner you could be growing apart, but it doesn't mean that you're breaking up. You work as a team, and always look back. If it happens that you're chasing your dreams, don't forget to look back and still support your partner. That's commitment. And love without commitment wouldn't come true, wouldn't be long lasting, wouldn't be forever, till death do us apart. Love requires commitment, and if you're down for it, then you have to get you have to know how it takes to suffer, to enjoy happiness, and you're gonna grow together in the long run. It starts with acceptance, self-awareness, and commitment to respect each other, support each other, and work as a team. uh, you know relationships Romantic relationship is an opportunity for growth, and it wouldn't be always uh, rainbows and blue skies, cloud nine. It's a work, and when you love the person, you'll be happy enough to do the work in the long run. So if you ever, I hope I shared something valuable today. If you ever love this episode, you can follow me on in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even in Amazon Music. By the way, also as well in X Reinforcement Club, you can share this to your family and friends. And I do appreciate your time though. By the way, Reinforcement Club, this is Anne, your fellow positive reinforcer. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you.